Update 10.7 could be the most legendary update ever. Developers showed us a new video where they talked about the game's latest changes. And most importantly, in my opinion, is the matchmaking changes. But more on that later. Let's save the best for last. Here we go. Let's start with the tanks that received new graphics quality. This time, developers made changes to just 3 tanks, the T62A, T22 Medium, and AMX M445. They look quite nice, especially the T22 Medium. The AMX is not bad either. But regarding the T62A, there's an important note to make. No, it's not about its appearance, which I find completely satisfying. Due to texture changes, the tank's vertical aiming angles can vary. And the T62A is no exception. It lost 1 degree of gun depression, which may seem insignificant. But believe me, for this tank, it's critical because its main feature now is its armor and gun depression angles. Honestly, the tank is far from being the strongest among medium tanks right now, and it's getting nerfed. I think it will become even less popular now. But let's not focus only on the negative. The P44 Panther received good improvements in mobility and gun reload time. If you don't know, it's an 8th tier medium tank, and even before the upgrade, it felt decent in battles. Now, having played with it, I can confidently say it's my favorite tier 8 medium tank to grind. Changes also affected Soviet heavy tanks, including the IS-4. In short, all tanks from this tech tree received an enhanced engine booster. Additionally, the IS-4 got a faster gun reload. But it's worth noting that the KV-2 didn't get the enhanced engine booster, which, in my opinion, is unfair. Write in the comments what you think about it. Returning to the IS-4, I played a few battles with it, and I liked the changes. Of course, some may not be happy that they turned it into something similar to the T95E6. But for me, it's even better than before. The tank is really fast when the engine booster is activated, and the reload feels very good. I think the tank will play differently in this update. Also, there are new legendary camouflages for the Leopard and CS63. They look great, and the camouflage on the CS63 reminds me of the XM66F. Both of these tanks have quite similar camouflages, and there are also legendary camouflages for the IS-4 and SMV-C64. However, these camouflages will not be available all the time, but only through a special offer. You'll receive this offer at any time if you own one of these tanks. Additionally, you'll need to play 1 or more battles in these tanks to receive the offer. I like the camouflage on the IS-4 the most. It's just amazing. Another quite scandalous news. Developers have started to convert premium tanks into collector tanks, and you might wonder, what's so bad about that? Well, firstly, now developers can easily change the characteristics of these tanks for the worse. If you don't know, there's a rule in the game that developers can't worsen premium tanks' stats. It's a sort of guarantee that the tank you bought, possibly with your money, won't be downgraded over time. But developers found a way around this situation. Of course, I can't claim anything about developers' intentions, but I don't see any other reason for doing this. As for my thoughts on this matter, I'm puzzled. On one hand, everything was fine, so why touch it? But on the other hand, you can get gold if you don't need some of these tanks. And I think tier 9 tanks are not very popular, so many people will sell them. I also suspect that there will be far fewer tanks like the Chieftain, 121B, and M60 in battles. After all, we're all human and we're all very impulsive. And considering how developers like to extract gold from players, most people will sell everything they can. Also, don't forget that on March 7th, tournaments will begin, and for watching them, you'll receive special currency that you can spend on a new giveaway. What will be in the giveaway is not known yet, but I can guess there will be chests with some nice tanks. You can watch tournament streams up to March 10th. Don't miss out on the freebies. Starting from March 15th, a new event will begin where you can get the new Tank Destroyer Elephant. I assume it will simply be a copy of the Ferdinand tank, but in the form of a collector tank. If the tank is tier 8, you can sell it for 3,750 gold, which is quite a lot for a freebie. And finally, let's talk about the matchmaking changes. We've all been waiting for this for a long time. And finally, the developers have heard us. There has always been one major issue in the game: super fast battles that often ended with a score of 7-0 or the opposite. Developers promised us that now battles will become moderately more challenging but also longer in duration. I sincerely believe in this and will actively test it, and soon I'll share my impressions with you. If you're not aware, the new matchmaking isn't active yet. It will only start working tomorrow on the 7th. So I haven't been able to draw any conclusions yet. In general, expect a new video soon where I'll talk about whether battles have improved or maybe gotten worse. Developers said that this change is being introduced for testing purposes, and in the future it might either be cancelled or modified. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you, and you'll subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Bye.